maybe see if Gage wants to be called Honey. And if he does, then y'all can figure that out after school. And I'm now recording, so that's all in the recording. Awesome. Okay. The hypothesis. Okay. The hypothesis is the phrase that immediately follows the if. Okay. The conclusion is the phrase that immediately follows the then. Bless you. Bless you.
Yes, I just can't read any of this.
You want me to translate it from English to English?
Or London.
I think you mean American to British. Okay. Let's I know Butch really wants to learn, so let's let her learn. Or they learn. Okay. If you live in Nashville, then you live in Tennessee. So what's the hypothesis then? Yes. So the hypothesis comes after the if. So you live in Nashville. Nashville is a city in the state of Tennessee. Thank you. Okay. The conclusion follows the then, which is you live in Tennessee. Okay. Number 2. I would like for you to see if you can get down the hypothesis and the conclusion. Hypothesis comes after if, conclusion comes after then. Well, and once you're done with number 2, you can just look up and check. A yellow card?
Like the one that Harper used to like.
Who?
Harper? The dead person.
I don't remember that. What's her name? Or what? Ford?
No, Ford.
You in this class?
Yeah. She got killed by the Ford. She's not on campus anymore.
Well, as long as she's not here, I don't care. Am I right?
Yeah. Maria?
All right. Y'all are being so weird today. We good on number 2? Some goofy energy in here. I'm just going to talk through number 3. Don't worry about writing it. If a quadrilateral is a square, then it has 4 right angles. Hypothesis. A quadrilateral is a square. Conclusion. It has 4 right angles. Okay. Can a shape have 4 right angles? 4D? Well, yeah. No.
Not really. No. I mean, you can make a spiral, I guess, that has 40, 90 degrees.
Maybe.
Wait, so that means she's in the land of Oz? Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Isn't she in the land of Oz?
Yes, with Elphaba and Galinda. Let's keep going. Okay. Writing conditional statements. So, now you're taking the hypothesis. Okay. You're trying to create an if-then statement. Okay. So, like we have on number 4, we have an obtuse angle has a measure greater than 90 degrees. So, a conditional statement right there would be if. So how do you think we could phrase our hypothesis?
If an
There you go. So if an angle is obtuse, the conclusion is then it has
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to say an angle. No, I'm going to say a measurement. A measure greater than 90. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. So it's the if and the then. Okay. The hypothesis is the kind of like this is what it needs to have, but if it does have that, the then is then our conclusion. Yeah.
Could you also put it where, like, where if the measure is greater than 90, then if an angle has a measure greater than 90, then it's true? Okay.
Absolutely. Okay. Try number 5. See how you do. If you need to bounce an idea off your table partner, feel free to. Okay. Number 5 is all numbers divisible by 4 are also divisible by 2.
So how about if all numbers are divisible by 4, then they are also divisible by 2? Right, so there's definitely trouble.
Your water bottle.
That's actually really offensive. If it is Valentine's
Good.
Day, then it is
I mean,
Oh gosh. I don't remember in the British dialect them having an apostrophe in the middle of the word water. Water. Oh, just inside the Abbey on Westminster Street.
see, her parents actually live in 31 Downing Street. No,
Her parents were killed in Germany, Jesus,
but they live in 31 Downing. This is a very important.
which is apparently Germany's fault. So was it on the Autobahn?
Oh, that thing where you go as fast as you can?
Yeah, I've been on the Autobahn.
You
Yes,
go fast?
it's. Oh well, I was on a bus, so we didn't go fast. But there were tons of cars that passed us that were going like 90 or 100.
Are you listening to Maria, Mr. Bennett?
Nope.
For your information. It's not even worth it.
No, it's not.
How many crashes happened there? At least the one I care about.
The Northern Territory of Australia does not have
I'm gonna go live there.
Okay, so here is an if then for number 5. If a number is divisible by 4, then it is also divisible by 2. If you have something along those lines, then we're good. Okay. Let's just talk through these other ones since I see some of you that have already done them, which I'm very proud of you. But let's just talk through them. Okay. So 6. Okay. If you want to write these in, you're welcome to. I'm going to. I'm just saying if you feel comfortable, then take some autonomy. So, Chazelle, go for it. So, as number 6 says, states on the East Coast border the Atlantic Ocean. Go for it.
If the state is on the East Coast, then it borders the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah. Okay. Do we all agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could also say,
If a state borders the Atlantic Ocean, then it is on the east.
there you go. Okay. So we've got if on East Coast,
Then border ocean.
then border Atlantic. Be specific with the ocean for the record. If you leave out a word, leave out ocean, not Atlantic.
I left out.
Proud of you. Okay. Number 7, Valentine's Day is in February.
If
FYI. It's coming up. Okay. And for some of you, well, no one in this class, I think it'll matter, but parent-teacher conferences is on Valentine's Day this year. So.
No.
We don't really celebrate that.
That's crazy.
I'll come for
Yes, you do.
Please stop trying to tell me.
It's traditionally a Catholic holiday, which would have come through England before America. So.
But you know but not when not on Westminster Abbey Street.
Why do you keep adding the Abbey in there? That's what I want to know.
Because
Marley, when is the end of track season? This class is just all over the place. The end of track season is April 22nd.
That's the ACA season.
So you know what you guys call it running?
why not? I think so.
All right. Pretty sure England runs. So, but anyway, if it is Valentine's Day, then it is February. That would be 7. Okay. Number 8. If a number is prime, then it only has 2 factors, 1 and itself. Okay. If a number is prime, then it only has 2 factors, 1 in itself. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Okay, so this is going to get into your P's and Q's, your not P's and your not Q's. So this will take a little more focus. So if we could just, I'm gonna say tighten up for just a little bit. Okay, yeah, just give me 20 good minutes, and then y'all can be done with notes. Okay, but if you can't give me 20 good minutes, it'll take longer. So inverse is formed by negating the hypothesis and conclusion being not P, not Q. Okay, or if not P, then not Q is really the way that we want to look at it. Okay. Converse. So that's the inverse. Okay. The converse is formed by switching, which we've already been talking about. Okay, which is if Q, then P, and a contraposition. A contrapositive. I was talking about contrapositions and something else. Formed by negating and switching. The hypothesis and the conclusion. So that would be what, symbolic wise? Not Q, then not P. Okay, so the directions of this next section, let's make sure we pay attention. Okay, the directions of the next section says write the inverse, converse, and contrapositive of the following conditional statements. Determine the truth value. If false, provide a counterexample. Hey, Jude.
So I was here. So what is the truth value?
Class.
If it is the statement true or not? Okay, thanks.
It's the truth value is scoring it basically a binary T or F, true or false. Okay. So number 9 says if it is Saturday, then there is no school. Okay. So the inverse of that would be saying,
If it is not Saturday, then it is.
yeah, there you go. So if it is not Saturday, then there is school. Because we're going with the not P and the not Q, right? So the truth value of this is false.
What?
Because what other day do you not go to school?
Every day.
Sunday. So does this make sense? So let's listen real quick. So the inverse of if it is Saturday, then there is no school is if it is not Saturday, then there is school. That would be true Monday through Friday, but we still have Sunday, which I think we all agree don't have school on. Okay, so that makes this false. Okay, and the reason it's false is because Sunday exists. So let's go the converse of this. So the converse of this is switching it. So it would be if there is no school, then it is Saturday. So all we did was flip our Q and our P. So now we see from the front page, we could flip our Q and our P and it was basically the same thing, right? But that won't always be the case. The more specific you get with your statements, the less likely you are going to be able to just switch them and the truth values stay the same. Does that make sense? So we switched the truth value on this one, or we switched the conditional statement on this one to Q, if Q, then P. So we have, if there is no school, then it is Saturday. Is that true or false? False. Same reason, right? Because we have Sunday. So the contrapositive is making it if not P, then not Q, but switching it. So it's going to be if not Q, then if not Q, then not P. Man, lots of Q's and P's floating out of my mouth. Okay, contrapositive would be if there is what? School. If there is school, then it is not Saturday. And that is true because you don't have school on Saturday. And again, if it's true, no counterexample is necessary because the example is the answer. So, okay. I think we're piecing it together. I think we'll be all right. Please try number 10 on your own. Marcy, if you need help, Gage can help you. Sorry, Maria Butch, if you need help, I'll just ask him.
Not in London.
Must be not. So if the product is even, the most numbers must be. What? That's not true. Then both numbers must be not common. Make the whole thing. I thought this is
So this one it says if the product of two numbers is odd, that says
I promise
the
you.
product of two numbers is even, or would it say
Yeah, see what? Because on this one we made both.
Now, if you said is even, that's technically all right. But
Yeah.
one in
you just have
Could I get some tea? I mean, we don't call them SARB. Just kidding. In London, but
what do y'all call
oh, we call them sour kids. Hatches.
them? Touchy subject.
My aunt tried to.
These are good names. But y'all don't call them sour patch kids?
No, we call them kid patch showers.
Kid patch showers.
Sours. Or we just call them sours.
Both numbers must be odd.
Sour sweets.
No.
No.
That makes sense. If the product of two numbers is odd, then both numbers must be odd.
What depends on one number.
Could you say that louder? That's the last
How do you solve a problem like Maria? It's from Sound of Music.
I know, but I'm just saying that like
Sound of Music took place in what country?
in Europe.
In Europe.
That's a continent, so I'm technically right.
No, it's not a. Europe is not a country.
I said continent.
I said country, and I asked the question.
Place in Europe.
That's true. Do you know what part of Europe did it?
England.
No, it was in Austria.
I
Austria.
Yeah, I see.
Okay. Inverse on number 10. Yeah, go for it.
If the product of two numbers is not odd, then both numbers must not be odd.
I know, that's why it's not.
So, and again, I just had this conversation with Miss Butch. If the product of two numbers is not odd, or you can also say it is even. Okay, those mean the same thing. So, product of two numbers is not odd. Oh my, it's not odd. Then, excuse you. Then the numbers. Grandma has some medicine in my desk. If you need it.
I love these Americans and their jokes.
That's not a joke. We have lots of gas here, so you'll get used to it. Though the food is much more flavorful. Okay, the truth value to number the inverse.
I think it's true.
Let's talk about it. Quiet, please. Bram.
How about true?
Hi. What's your counter example? That would work, but what's our issue there?
They're not both odd or even.
It's a sum, not a final.
Yeah. So product is dealing with which operation? Multiplication. Okay. Which is probably where our issue came in. So if the product of two numbers is even or not odd, then the numbers cannot be both odd. Okay. So
Wait, hold on.
hold on.
Wait, what are we trying to do again? What about 11
Sure.
times? Let's go.
Okay, the converse. If two numbers are odd, then their product is odd. Truth value of this is true. Okay, the contraposition.
If
Two numbers are not odd.
then their product must be not odd.
Are not, let's say, are not both odd. Make sure we're specific about that, okay? Odd. If you didn't add in the both, I'm sure it's fine, but I'm just being picky. Then their product is even. Truth value to this is true. Probably the first one we've had where everything is true as we're going through it. How do we feel about this?
It can get confusing, but the wording
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so
seems to be confused.
I think here's what I want to do. I'm going to save biconditional statements for when we get back, okay, which is the next page. So I would like for you and your table partner to go ahead and do number 11, okay? I am going to call you up here one at a time. When I call you up here, I need you to bring your Chromebook, and I need you to bring your math goal tracker sheet. I'm sure nobody's lost theirs. It should be in your math notebook or your agenda. So just bring both of those up. Thanks, Bram. So y'all just bring them both up. Thanks, Gage. Nice. Yeah, you don't need one. We don't have scores for you, unless you just want the other girls' scores. You know what? I'm gonna give you the other girls' scores. They're pretty low, so you'll be fine.
If the temp or Celsius, as I say,
They still say temperature. All right, so then you could probably very easily convert that into Celsius.
you know, he's breathing quite a little loud over here, and I can't focus.
Well, I mean, let me simplify it. So 32 degrees Fahrenheit is like
Shut up!
Celsius, right?
Aiden, bro, be quiet.
That's the one.
That seemed like a bit much. Lane, we good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure why that was necessary. Who are we talking to? Oh, okay. It's a little rude.
I'm just trying to work it out with
It's
that.
below freezing temperatures.
If the temperature is not 25 and it is not below freezing, I'm guessing that's true. If that be true, false 15. Should you really be talking to personal stuff or just
She's dead, Gage.
I guess, when my parents died, it's so nice to have someone there for me. So I'll just do that.
Who was there? Who was there for you?
My Aunt Charles.
Oh yeah, your Aunt Charles. I forgot. When did we decide that that what's her butt was showing up today? Butch.
Oh, like 3 hours. From the London Honorary School of Mathematics.
Of mathematical arts.
Or as they say, LHS.
LHSMA.
That's what they call it.
Okay.
It's a mouthful.
The London. What's the H stand for? The London Honorary School of Mathematical Arts. Of the mathematical arts. Okay. Impressive. All right. If you have any homework to catch up on, now is a good time. After I finish writing these solutions up here, I'm going to start calling you up by one. Please have iExcel open on your Chromebook for when you come up. Just like Harper. That's so weird too, because I saw Harper's dad yesterday. Maybe it was the day before.
What time is it?
3:28. I didn't talk to him. Once I found out that he was your dad, I was just like, I don't want to talk to him.
It's not Maria's dad, it was Harper's dad.
Yeah, that's what I said.
They said your dad. Maria's dad.
Did I?
Yeah.
Wow, so weird. It's like she's sitting right in front of me. I can't seem to adjust.
What was that you just wrote?
It's my pen. Sometimes it throws up on the screen.
If it is not below freezing, then the temperature is not 25. Yeah. If it's not below freezing, then it's not 25 degrees. It's basically saying like water freezes at 25 degrees.
That's lame.
Oh yeah, don't forget to change my
All right, the rest of number 11 is up there. And let me get this pulled up. And then I would like for you to come up here. Who is the first person in the alphabet in this class? Yep.
I'm what?
Yep.
I'm not lying. How's that true?
We don't really go to restaurants during class.
You actually go to the loo. You don't call it the restroom.
Well, I had to adapt to the American way.
Why are you screaming at me? Yes. Where did I get those? The Post-it store. Probably Walmart.